Okay. There we go. Just needed my notifications to come up. Okay. Hi, Miss Susanna. I thought I had my stuff together, but apparently I don't. There I am. Let me turn this down just a little bit. Sheesh. Okay, there we go. I think I have it together now. Okay. So, today's just going to be a quick one. I am not feeling well at all. Oh, I missed you too. I was just thinking about you the other day. I was like, I gotta text her and see how she's doing. Everything's been so crazy lately, and yeah, I'm doing all right. We have a little bout of sickness going through our house right now. My little guy woke up around 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m., throwing up all over his bed. So got up, got his sheets changed, got him in a bath, got him all cleaned up, put him back to bed. And then when I got up this morning to take my oldest to school, he was fine. He was sleeping. And then when I got back, boom, he was getting sick again. And in the meantime, oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. In the meantime, my stomach starts to roll, and I woke up with a horrible headache, sore throat, all this. So I'm like, as long as my mister and my oldest son don't get sick because they're the worst patients, then we're all right. So I'm Lysoling everything. I have all the yucky laundry going right now, and I figured I'd get on here. As I promised I would do some. I had a gal in here the other night that just had a baby, and her little girl's name is Jade, and she wanted to see if I could do something inspired for her. And I looked it up. I'm not going to give, a bunch of personal information or anything, but I looked up what her birthday was, and her birthstone, I believe, is the garnet. So I've got a couple, of polishes that I got yesterday that I thought were really pretty, that are kind of a garnet color. And on my thumbnail, I've got a chart that shows all the benefits of garnet. And I don't know if you can see. So these two colors I'm going to do, and I'm going to try one on each. I'm going to do one glossy and one matte. And then I've got this really pretty pink that I found that I'm going to try. Because maybe she's going to be a pink girl. Who knows? So I'm going to be doing that while I tell you the story of meeting Miss Molly Golightly. So let me begin. All right. So Molly was going to be in Detroit because her son had an awards banquet. He's doing phenomenal. If you watch her at all, probably heard him speak on there. He works for Cutco. He's a salesman, and he's doing a phenomenal job, and he's winning awards and trips and just doing great. Well, anyway, she got to go with him, and so we decided, because her flight wasn't until 9 o'clock on Sunday night, and it's not that far from me, about an hour and a half, that we would meet for lunch and, either go walk around a mall or go to a coffee shop, just something to You can get to know somebody online, but it's completely different in person. Um, so I headed out on Sunday morning and headed to her hotel. And now, first thing is, I am I'm a pretty decent driver, but it can get a little scary sometimes, you know. Um, so I was really worried because her hotel. Oh, I forgot to do the 10-second. Remember the 10-second flip to make sure that it levels everything out. No dips, no anything like that, and gives you kind of a nice apex. Um, the entrance into her hotel was literally right next to the ramp that leads to the bridge that goes to Canada. And once you get on that bridge, you're not getting back off until you're in Canada. And I was freaking out. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, just concentrate. And I ended up, thank goodness, I got off on the right exit and I got around and I pulled up in front and I called her and said, hey, I'm out front. So she said, all right, I'll be out in a minute. And out the front door comes the teeniest, tiniest little lady I've ever seen in my life. Like, seriously. So all those people that keep going on her Instagram and stuff, and there's some woman that keeps going after her, telling her she's lying about her size and everything like that. Well, Miss Ridiculous, she's absolute. I literally could probably put both my fingers around her waist like this. She's tiny. And she came up, we gave each other a great big hug. We got in the car, and she had made reservations for us to go to lunch at a place called the Whitney. And I'm not completely familiar with all the history about it. I know more of the history of the lumber era in my area and in like Grand Rapids area. But this Mr. Whitney was a lumber baron and he owned this huge mansion. And after the family passed and all of that, this is one of the families that built Detroit, that built Michigan. The house ended up being, I believe they said it was a TB hospital for a while, and then it was something else, and then it ended up getting given to the city, and now they have all of these they're supposed to have that. We'll get to that story in a second. High teas, big dinners, buffets, things like that. And so she made reservations for high tea. And because I had never been to one before. And she and the girls got to go to one when they were in Charleston. So we were kind of excited, and we get there and we walk into this absolutely beautiful mansion. Like it was definitely period. All the wallpaper, all the woodwork, you could tell that he was in the lumber industry because everything in there was just this beautiful woodworking and huge grand staircase, 3 floors. And I was walking around after we got done eating. We walked around and just kind of took in the scenery. And I was sitting there trying to imagine this giant mansion as someone's house. Okay, my house, my upstairs is 900 square feet. Okay, we have, our basement is like 50% finished. So, so half of that, which they don't add that into the square footage, but, and not that I think my house is tiny, but I cannot imagine, like I kept thinking, like waking up in the morning in one of those rooms as my bedroom, and these giant stained glass windows. I've got some pictures that I'll post later on my community tab. And I'll also put it on my Facebook group. Just absolutely beautiful. And they do all different kinds of tours there. They even do paranormal tours. So according to our waitress, there's lots of spirits that are still there. This is, like I said, again, a historical building. It's been around for 100 years, and Um, so after that, well, first, then we were a little surprised because um, they had told her that it was going to be a high tea, which is usually, from what I understand, like them coming to your table with like little, sandwiches and petit fours, things like that. Um, but instead, it was a buffet, which it was still really good. It just wasn't what she was expecting, but I still had a blast. Um, she mentioned on her live last night they had lobster mac and cheese, and I've only had that one other time, and ooh, good grief, it's gonna be one of those days. Sorry, I'm not feeling most. I'm a little shaky. Um, but it was really good. They used real lobster. The first time I had it was at a restaurant that I probably had no business eating lobster at anyway. Um, but it was real gummy and chewy and kind of nasty. So, ugh. But this was good. It tasted like they poached it in butter first, and then like they didn't bake it in the macaroni and cheese. I think what they probably did was put it on afterwards, and so that was really really good. Um, and then they had a station where they made bananas Foster. That was neat. I had not. My grandfather um, used to take us to brunch at one of his clubs, and um, they used to do stuff like that there. They had a pancake station. They had a banana. They'd have like a dessert station, and this was so neat. So as I ordered it, she topped it up. The gal, the chef, whatever she was, and lit it on fire, and so that was really fun. And we had some champagne, so it was nice. No kids, no husbands. We just got to sit and talk. I know, me too. We said we're gonna try and figure something else out for this summer because, like, and she said it was the same way with you guys too. At first, like, we're thinking, oh gosh, we've got all these hours. Like, are we actually gonna be able to fill this hours? We're gonna get bored, but we didn't. We just sat. We had fun. We talked the entire time. There was never any like dull lulls or anything, and um, we decided we were gonna go walk around and ball. Well, I was gonna take her to. If anybody's from this area, they know about Somerset Mall. It is a beautiful mall, and they've got really, really nice high-end stores in there. There's Saks Fifth Avenue. There's an Yves Saint Laurent. There's Gucci. There's Saks Fifth Avenue. Nordstrom's. Christian Dior. There's a Cartier there. It is just now. Can I afford anything in there? Absolutely not. But is it nice just to go and walk around and just smell the leather of these beautiful shoes and look at these purses and look at all these gorgeous outfits and you know what? You go there. So that's kind of one of the big jokes with me is that I am Walmart and TJ Maxx and Target and you know I don't pretend to be anything I'm not, and that's what my budget is, and that's fine. There is nothing wrong with it. I think all of that designer stuff is absolutely beautiful, and I throw no shade at anyone who loves it and wants it, but that's just not my stuff, my life. But what I do is you can go there, you can see these beautiful outfits put together and these cute shoes and all of these things, and then you can go to Walmart or Target and find something that's similar in your budget. Like Saks had this gorgeous dress. It was really pretty. I really liked it. It was like a black lace, and it had these pretty kind of roses printed on it. And it was a short sleeve, but it was really pretty, and I liked it. It had kind of like lace at the top and lace at the bottom, and with a black panel dress like underneath inside so you couldn't see through. Well, I ended up going to Walmart like 2 days later, and I found a dress that was really similar to that. And I bought it, and I love it. And so you get your ideas from that. But anyway, So we ran around the mall, and it is funny. It is true. As soon as she saw Saks Fifth Avenue, I kid you not, I don't even think I actually stopped the car. I think she just like jumped out like while it was still rolling. So that was hilarious. But first, she had picked to go to 12 Oaks Mall. And if any of you guys know, 12 Oaks Mall is kind of like, I always equate it to like a younger, like, it's kind of like younger kids and stuff like that. I mean, there's some really cool stuff there. There is a Neiman's there and stuff like that, but it's just not quite, um, I don't know. I mean, it's okay. It's a mall, you know, it's not, there's nothing really that special about it. Nothing really that you would travel, you know, forever. Now, back in the day when I was younger, that used to be one of the malls to go to, but not so much anymore. But the Somerset got really great eateries in there, really nice stores. Just I don't know, it's just a fun place to go. We used to go, and they used to have a Haagen Dazs upstairs, and um, it has a bridge that goes over the expressway to another wing of the mall, and we always used to go there to get Godiva. They had these truffles that were so good, and then go to Haagen Dazs and get fresh ice cream from a Haagen Dazs ice cream shop, and that was just yum. So we went there, and she was kind of like meh, and I told her I'm like we still have a couple hours. I said I was gonna take you to Somerset Mall. I said, do you want to go there? She's like, yeah, I guess we'll try. You know, so it was about a half hour away. So we get in the car and we drive, and I took her through Lake Troy and some of the nicer areas in Detroit. We drove through, we got there, and like I said, so yeah, so I really honestly don't even think my car stopped, and she just jumped out. But we had fun, and we went through the perfume counter and shoes, and the minute, oh my gosh, you guys know, if you know her, you know she is about Hermes. It's like her favorite, other than Tom Ford. And she literally, I was walking, and I have short legs. I am like literally my legs are 2 feet long. Okay. And I was walking, and all of a sudden she's like, pshoo, like gone. Cause she sees Hermes up on the top. She gets all the way down there, and they are closed. They are closed on Sundays, apparently every week. So bummer. I told her, I said, well, now you're gonna have to come back so that you can, you know, come here. And now I'm going to do one of these burgundy matte, because, you know, that was one of the things that I wanted to try and do before, but I didn't have the right gel burgundy. So yeah, so we just went and did that. We went and got coconut tea and sat and talked, and then the whole day went by really fast. I mean, it was, you know, it was like nothing, and it was like we had known each other for a million years. She is an absolute sweetheart. She bought she bought my littlest guy the cutest little Hershey's chocolate hoodie. He looks like a little chocolate bar in it. And then she bought the boys a huge box of Kit Kat and a huge box of Reese's peanut butter cups, and they have already broke into those. Good morning, Youper girl. What's up? Youper gal, sorry. My eyes aren't working that well this morning. So yeah, it was a blast. We had a lot of fun. And then, okay, so the funniest part of the whole evening was, so then it was time to take her back to the airport, and she flew on Delta. And you know, I don't know anything about airports. I mean, I've picked a couple people up, but I don't know anything about anything. And anytime I've had to pick up anyone from Detroit, it's been off of like what is it, like Northwest or like American Airlines, and there's literally like one exit off the expressway to get in there and, you know, get to that area. So, well, she was in Delta, and we literally were sitting there, and we keep driving this loop because we keep missing the turnoff, and we can literally see Delta like over there, but we're behind this big wall, and we can't get over there. We're like, how do we get over there? And I swear to you, we circled the block like, oh my gosh, probably 1,000 times. And I started hearing the Benny Hill theme song, if you're old enough to remember that. Whenever would chase somebody or something, like we just kept going around and around in a circle. I'm glad you did too. I am sick too. Um, I woke up. My littlest woke up sick at about 2:30, 3 o'clock this morning, and then when I woke up to take my oldest to school, I was. I'm over it. I'm over the weather. And we're supposed to get um another like snowstorm this weekend because of the big clipper that's coming through. So blah. But no, we got laughing so hard, and my stupid Google Maps, it literally would tell me to turn to get off on this because the terminal we were trying to get to, like it would just all of a sudden this little like zoop to the right. There was no time to get off. There was no warning. There was no nothing. And Google Maps wouldn't tell you until after you passed it that you had to get over. So we finally were like, all right, both of us are like, okay, we're not going to talk. We're going to go real slow and we are not going to miss it this time. And so we went looping around again and finally got at our gate on time. And I ended up, it was snowing all the way home, but I must have gotten lucky. It was really, like most of the snow was behind me. So I kind of rode the waves of the storm and didn't have any issues. But, um, no, by the time I got home, got my littlest in bed, she had texted me and said that her flight was delayed. And then if you watched her live yesterday, you heard that she ended up having to stay the night. They comped her hotel, but she ended up having to stay the night, and then it was like they told her it was gonna be delayed till 1 a.m. and then right before that they ended up telling her that they were gonna have them go to a hotel and spend the night and then fly out the next morning. And a bunch of flights were grounded because it started snowing and it was just nasty. Um, just nasty out. And so finally, she ended up getting out the next morning, thank goodness. But I felt bad. I was like, here, I would have known if I would have known it's gonna be that late because it wasn't far for me to drive. I could have just hung out and kept her company a little bit. But she finally got home, and so yeah, so we had a great time. And I cannot wait to do it again. And hopefully with some of the other girls around too. Let's see. Let me see what I want to do. I know what I want to do on one of them. And I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to hope it is, right? That's what we do. We just go on a wing and a prayer, most things, and just hope. Oh, thank you. I hope you feel better too. Yeah, it's just, it is. It's just all this combination. And I was trying to be so good and like make sure that, I'm cleaning cart handles. I've got my hand sanitizer, all that stuff, but it doesn't matter, especially when you have kids and they go to school and they come home and cough all over you. And with little kids, they always cough like right in your nose. Like, thanks. Thanks. On this one, I've got that. Let me put it up. And I tried to do my light a little bit warmer today, so hopefully that helps see the colors a little bit better. But I've got that kind of chromed out. That's what it reminds me of. When you do that frost, you do the matte over the frost like a chrome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little top coat. I remember before what we talked about is when you do that with the gloss top coat on top of the mat, you can see through, and you can see, then you'll be able to see that pretty frost come through, that kind of garnety colored frost. Um, oh man, yeah, it's not fun at all. Um, that's what I'm doing. I even got, oh, definitely, you poor girl. I even went and got laundry sanitizer. It's by Lysol, I think it is. Yeah, that's it. That'll be cute for Valentine's Day. And I had a gal on here, was it last week or the week before, who had just had a baby, and she's like, "Can you do something for Baby Jade inspired?" And I thought, so I looked it up, and her little birthstone is a garnet, so that will do cute little stuff. And she should be about 1 month old around Valentine's Day, so this should be perfect. If you remember from the last time I do it, what I'm doing for these small hearts, I'm just doing little V's, so that it's so easy to make a heart like that. And you can still use your dotting tool to get the humps on the top if you want, but I thought I'd do some shorties today too, because I'm always doing super long ones. But yeah, no, we had a really good time, and definitely do it again. So she's really sweet. She's really down to earth, and she's a real person, y'all. But yeah, it was great. So we said we're definitely gonna have to plan something else so that some more girls can go. This was just like, she didn't really, it was kind of like a last minute like thing. She didn't really realize she was going until like about what, 2 weeks before, I think it was. And maybe not even that, I don't remember now. But she had said something about maybe Chicago. A hoop blanket. Now, is that the ones that are a complete circle? You can stretch them, or is that the ones that go on the needles that have the cable in between them? Or am I completely off? And I can knit, but I cannot crochet. Which that reminds me, I want to find, I have a cool pattern somewhere that goes on those circle looms. They're hoop scarves. And you can literally like stick your arm in it and stretch it out and make it like one of those like hoods, like with the kind of cowl neck on it. Or you can stretch it long ways and make it a oh, what do you call, like a regular scarf? And you do it with, you can do it with that fun fur. A loop blanket? Okay, so what's a loop blanket? All right, thanks for popping in, Susanna. I love you. Mwah. Have fun. I have a friend whose daughter makes these blankets, and she literally knits them on her. She does it with her arms, and she uses this yarn that is literally like this big around. I mean, it's giant. And she's only like 16, and it's really cool. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is do like a little. Oh, good grief. But we cured it, so we're safe. Wipe off that sticky layer just to get that off of there. But yeah, so those little hearts are a little crooked, so do a little bit better job than I did, but I feel like it needs something over here. Just do little tiny ones. And those I'm just even doing just the V. There. We'll do those little guy. Oh, awesome. Well, come back and let me know how it works out. I'm intrigued now. And oh, before I forget, if anyone is new and just tuning in, please do me a huge favor. And if you're enjoying our little story time and little nails, then please hit the thumbs up button for me. And if you want to come back and hear more and see more, hit that subscribe button for me. I'm trying really hard to grow my channel. And this is a free, easy way that you can help me do that. And I greatly appreciate it. So let's see. Yeah, I think that's going to be cute. You could even do like just hearts right down the center. So I let the alcohol dry off, but you can see that. So that'll be one. Now for our next one. Let's see. It's not super pink. I want a bow that's like pink, like little girl pink. But, let's see. Let's dig through. I think I found one. Yeah, that's a lot pinker. Let's see. Sorry, I'm not talking. Okay. We'll do this. Oh, thank you, Youper girl. I like you. I think you're a sweetie, too. I'm glad you come in here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just... We still got that garnet theme down there, but pink is going to be something that would look really pretty with this, so... I don't know if I want to use those roses, though, so give me one sec. Yeah, I think I want to use these roses instead. These are kind of pinky purple, and I think these would look better with a different, what do you call it? With a different base color. So, and do some pretty little roses. Little Miss Jade. I love doing these nails with roses. They always remind me like the Ann Getty shots. That's what I was thinking about with this particular nail design, is that kind of Ann Getty's theme that she always used to do with, I don't know, she's still around. I actually, my very first house, it was decorated with the Ann Getty's art throughout it, because I had like gingham for my kitchen. And so the Ann Getty stuff looked really cute with it. Okay, now I'm going to put, this is going to be one of those glob-a-doos where we put a big glob of that. Where did I set it down at? Okay, oh. See, when I don't feel well, I am like Mr. Magoo and I can't find anything. Stick that little pearl there for right now, just to get, because I was worried there was going to be a little lump in there of the glue, and I don't want that, because I don't want any, I'm going to try and put little pearls and little cutesy stuff in there, but not have it so, we don't want it super high, because the theme is also kind of, new mommy nails, and when you're doing all the new mommy stuff, the last thing you want is to have to deal with long nails. And it's not always safe, right? Some moms can do it, but... Okay, and I'm going to turn this on its side. I like to try and cure all angles if I can. And just do this in steps, because then that way we know that's absolutely cured. And this literally is like the best rhinestone glue. Oh, excuse me. It's the McCart. You get it from Amazon. It's like maybe $5, and you could literally probably glue a limb back on with this stuff. I mean, that's how strong it is. So let's see. While I'm waiting for that to cure, I'm just gonna peek. I have so many cool things. I've got to start using these. Even do a citrus, but we've got teddy bears, cats, candy, brownies, cookies. Look at all that fun stuff. And I keep buying more and more and more and more and more. But okay. So I'm going to squeeze some right in there. First of all, I want that filled in. But Oh, that's already cured. See, and I'm just going to start kind of sticking. I've got some silver and some pearl. Stick that right in there. It doesn't have to be the same. Whoop. Just to kind of fill in so that there's not any really deep edges. And I'm going to cure this. Let's see. To each side again. Make sure everything's extra super cured. Again, I want to thank everybody who's come in and hit that thumbs up or hit the subscribe button. I know this is a weird time to come live for me, at least. But I wasn't feeling well today, so I thought I wanted to do this. I didn't want anyone to think I forgot or that I wasn't paying attention. So I said, while the yucky kid sheets are washing, I figured I'd get this done. So let's see. Oh, those are just some little odds and ends here and there. There's that. If you really wanted to get and have it all about really known who it's about, you could even put like a pretty little silver or pearl jade, like the name Jade or a J down below. I'm going to go in with a little bit. I'm not really doing the bow or the roses, but I am going over these little guys and just sticking my brush down in there. That pearl too. And give that a nice little cure. Let's see. Or do I want to do... I want to do one of those bows, or what do I want to do? So we have that. Now here we have... Let's see. Do I have... Let's see. Got him. Okay. Let's do this. This is just going to be our sweet little pink nail. And try and get that as, you want it a little lower. You don't want it high because you do not want edges sticking off of the nail. Because that's how it gets caught on things. Give that a cure. So yeah, I would definitely have no issues with going anywhere with Marissa, with trusting her, with having fun with her. She is a great person. She's a sweet, kind person and a very good friend. And I am so glad. I'm so glad that I decided to talk in that chat that one day. Because not only did I get to meet her, but I got to meet some other really great people because of her. So, we're going to trust the process on this one. I don't know if I really like it. So, we shall see. Let's see. Go into our little mismatched bag of tricks in here. Let's see what we've got. Let's see. Wear this glue out. I'm running low. Oh, I like that there. Oops. Don't lose it now. I'll just do some. Don't want to do too much. I'm not trying to do this. You know, what do they say? Time and a place for everything. I don't want too much on these, but okay, where are the little ones? So maybe this will just kind of be our little junk nail. It's still cute. We need to do it without spilling this whole bin of gems all over. So I've had to clean up enough stuff today. We're going to cure that really quick because those are starting to slide. Oh boy, oh boy. Almost done. It might just be good, I think. We don't want to do too much. I don't want to do too much. I feel like I'm on that verge right now. So because these have that iridescence to them, I am going to paint the whole thing with top coat. And just really let it seep into those little crevices and edges. And just remember, if your edges are kind of lumpy, it's okay because we're going to file that later on. Okay. I'm going to double cure that because I just put a lot of stuff on that. Oh, before I forget, the two colors I was using today, which this one, the glossy burgundy, I used Brooding in Burgundy. can see this. Oops. See, can't really see it, can you? But Brooding in Burgundy by ASP. And then the other one that I did with the matte on it was called Leave Me Alone. And that's also by ASP. And then the pink that we used is by Jalish, and it is called Go Girl. So this is a cute pink. I like that pink. I think that's going to be a pretty pretty for both, not only fingers but toes too, if when we go into, I want that summer. I just keep trying to think of myself going ahead for summer. Just gonna wipe this off, wipe that sticky layer off. Do these other sides. Let's see. Let's flip that over one more time. Make sure all those guys are cured. The Jeopardy song, waiting, 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 waiting. Longest 30 seconds of your life is when they're under the nail light. Right? Oh, that's how I feel. I don't have a lot of patience though, so. Okay. And then I'm going to give this a quick cleanup. Okay, there we go. So, this is our little Miss Jade inspired nail art today. We did a frost burgundy polish with a matte top coat, and then used the clear coat to make little designs. And as you can see through the frost underneath the clear coat or underneath the matte when you do the designs with the clear coat. You can do any design, you know, anything. This is garnet inspired because her birthstone is garnet, but I kept thinking of little girls are made of sugar and spice and everything nice when I thought of these two nails. So this is garnet because that's her birthstone, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's her birthstone. And the cool thing is I didn't realize this garnet comes in like 12 or 13 different shades, so it's really kind of cool. But we did the little matte roses with a bow and just filled in. It just really is hodgepodge. Like wherever you see a little hole, just fill it in. There is no rhyme or reason, and the less planned that you do, the better it looks, I always think. And now here's this other one, our third one. It kind of reminds me of like bubbles and a teddy bears and bows and just all the pretty little things. So this is our creation inspired by our tiniest little viewer, Miss Jade. So if Miss Jade and her mommy are watching, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you are getting lots of rest, and I hope you get to watch this and enjoy the designs that I made for you. So on that note, I'm gonna go. I've got to go. My mister is upstairs snuggling with a sick little guy right now. And I am going to go switch loads of laundry because it's going to be a big laundry day today. I can just already tell. And try to get some rest myself because I am feeling like Ugh. I swear, I've never been so sick in my life as it until I had kids. It's just, they're little cootie factories. So, um, on that note, um, again, if you weren't here when I said it before, I'm trying not to like say this too much. Just a little friendly reminder. If you like what you see, please hit the thumbs up button for me. And if you haven't already and you'd like to be a part of my channel and help it grow, please hit that subscribe button. Um, Hitting the thumbs up and subscribe button, both are free, and it really helps get me out in that algorithm. It helps YouTube send me out so more people can see me. And yeah, I would just greatly appreciate it. I'm trying really hard to grow my channel and do it honestly and by my own hard work. And so, if you already have, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I hope to see you next time. I am going to, like I said, try to get myself feeling better because nobody needs a sick mommy. And I hope you guys all have a great, great day and a great night. And I will talk to you later. Peace, love, and claws, y'all.